Hello Penguinauts, I'm the Beardy Penguin and welcome to a question and answer time because I felt like doing one. There's literally no other reason. So let's get the biggest question out of the way first. A lot of you ask this. What are you doing when you finish Fall of Kerbin? So Tape and I have thought about this now and then, well, especially recently because Fall of Kerbin seems to be coming to an end, although it is going to be going on at least for a couple more months. I mean, let's be honest, guys, it took me 20 turns to take 2 bases and flatten 1 city, so I'm not going to be able to knock out Tape in like 2 more turns. It is going to be, there's going to be quite a bit more fighting. But after Fall of Kerbin, we keep thinking we're going to go to space, have a space war. That was the original plan after Collaborative Warfare, but then that kind of fell apart after people who took part in Collaborative Warfare had, you know, real life stuff, and we went off and made Fall of Kerbin instead. But I think we do still want to do that. Definitely, it would be pretty freaking awesome. So yeah, almost certainly go to space, have sort of planetary warfare, have loads of space battles, that kind of thing. Next question. Will you give your tanks wings? No. People keep mentioning to me that the Soviets tried it. Keyword there is tried. Didn't work. And also, I just see no point whatsoever. Why would I glide a tank into battle and make it a massive target for anti-aircraft guns when I could just, you know, drive it in? Are you Stalin in disguise? No. Will including the whole tape as a Nazi thing reduce your ad revenue to the average wage of an amateur prostitute? That would be an increase in revenue. And also, I'm a little afraid to answer that question because of the whole ad revenue thing. But, I mean, that was a Collaborative Warfare meme because Tape said Lightning War in one of his videos. Like his first turn, he just mentioned the words Lightning War and boom, Nazi for the rest of the series. But, no, Tape is not a Nazi, especially in Fall of Kerbin. He is a capitalist pig. And I'm not answering the rest of those questions. Moving on! Have you considered adding naval guns to tanks? You're playing the USSR, and the USSR constructed the Su-100Y with a 130mm cannon. So why not embrace the madness that is Stalin's design bureaus? Well, the big reason is because the NAS weapons, or the naval weapons, are balanced for our naval armor, for our military hull plating, the way we design our ships. They are not designed, well, they're not balanced for our tank armor. Our tank armor is designed and balanced completely differently. Our tank guns use ballistic or armor piercing, whereas the ships use high explosive, although we did try armor piercing for a turn. It didn't work very well at all. So, I mean, I guess we could make separate versions of all, like, small naval guns and put them into tanks, but honestly, like, there's not much point at all. We have got a bunch of new tank turrets since we've got a mod developer who's just been making turrets, pretty much a turret every couple of days for us, which is wonderful for late World War II era. So really, we don't need to use naval guns. We've got more than enough tank turrets now, which is very, very nice. Hey, here's a question. How do you like your eggs, Beardy? Being a penguin and all this should be interesting. Probably nestled under his butt for 35 days. The true answer to that is fried. I like my eggs fried. I am actually a vegetarian, for those of you who don't know, but I'm a crappy vegetarian. I'm only a veggie because I don't like the taste of meat. I just cannot stand it, but I do like eggs, and I do like fish. So I guess that makes me a good penguin. Well, I guess penguins don't really eat eggs, do they? But yeah, fried. Fried is how I like my eggs. What's your favourite class of wartime vessel? Referring to ships. Also keep up the great content. Thanks, man. Favourite class of wartime vessel? Probably battle cruisers. Partially because they look the best. Like HMS Hood. Mwah, beautiful ship. Even though obviously it didn't perform particularly well combat-wise. And also because they're so versatile. And most battle cruisers are sort of a product of having to comply with naval treaties. And I find it really fascinating, you know, how they get around design limitations like they did. You know, the Japanese, they created things like the Yamato, like screw it, just build the biggest battleship on the planet. You know, when you actually had to conform to regulations and, you know, the sort of tips and tricks they use to get around them and make the biggest ships possible. You know, you get ships like the Graf Spee pocket battleships. I just find them really interesting and much more interesting sort of engineering marvels than just massive battleships are. So yeah, certainly battle cruisers. I'm just going to answer question 7 here. That is too many questions. I'm not even going to try. Next, how much editing does it take for an episode of Fall of Kerbin? And will collaborative warfare or a Kerbal nuclear war after Fall of Kerbin ever happen? How much editing does it take for an episode of Fall of Kerbin? It really depends on the episode. To be fair, like, the most recent episodes have been quite short because Tape's just been retreating, so we haven't had much combat. So those will take maybe 2-3 hours to record, and then probably about half an hour to edit because I only have to put like 2 things in. But yeah, for like a big episode, like say episode 18, when we had loads of things to do, it'd take a couple of days, if up to a week, you know, just trying to get in bits of the turn done, you know, around my actual life. A lot of you seem to neglect the fact that I do have quite a busy life on top of YouTube. So it'll take up to a week maybe. And then usually it'll take like most of a Saturday to do all the editing, because you have to get all the clips into the right order, and you have to speed them all up, because of course, you know, it's very, very laggy. You guys look at Fall of Kerbin and think, oh yeah, it must be, you know, most of Fall of Kerbin is at 4 times time accelerate to make it look like it's at 1 times. That's how laggy it is. Although we should get a performance boost when we go into 1.2. But yes, you have to do all that. Then you have to do the post commentary, and the post commentary is almost never done in 1 take. I have done it in 1 take a handful of times, but usually I'll muck something up and I'll have to stop and I'll have to go back and I'll have to redo bits and I'll have to sort of do it in sections. So that even the post commentary, if it's say a half an hour video, it'll take up to an hour just to do that. And then you've got to put in all the music in the right places. Tape skips this bit, he doesn't put in music, but I do. And then you've got to leave it for 2 hours to render. So really, an episode of Fall of Kerbin can take pretty much a whole week, and at least 1 day of a weekend entirely. And a lot of people seem to neglect that until they try and make a knockoff series and they realise just how much work it actually is. So yeah, it may not seem it, but it is quite a bit of work. Not that I mind, I love making Fall of Kerbin, but still. Where did you get your idea for Fall of Kerbin? Greetings from Austria. Idea for Fall of Kerbin? Well, I mean, it was a prequel to Collaborative Warfare, so really the question here is where did I get my inspiration for Collaborative Warfare? And that was just for... There's a plane going overhead. I hope you can't hear that. You probably can. This is quite an unofficial video, as I'm sure you can tell. Yeah, that was inspiration from Macy Dean, primarily. Rest in peace, Macy Dean. Your YouTube channel was amazing before you stopped really making YouTube videos. Although I can certainly respect that. It's hard to understand to actually become a YouTuber why like someone would stop making YouTube videos, but yeah, it's quite easy to understand now. But Macy Dean, and also Enter Elysium with his World War K. I didn't watch World War K for a while because I stuck to watching only stock sort of things, and World War K used a lot of mods. I don't know why that was. I think that might be why Fall of Kerbin doesn't get as many views as it could, because obviously it's heavily modded and it's not stock. Stock things seem to get a lot more views. I don't know, probably because it's more difficult. But yeah, certainly that. It was because I had my tonsils taken out, which is actually surprisingly major surgery. So I was really ill for 2 weeks with nothing but YouTube and Reddit to keep me occupied, and lots of ice cream, of course. So I found World War K and I just binge watched all of it. And then I believe Scott Manley made a video on Kerbin's side, which was, you know, the base mod. And then I thought, what if someone fused Kerbin's side, multiple bases, with a war series, and you actually got other people to join in, made it a multiplayer thing? Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? And so I spent the 2 weeks messaging literally just a massive array of KSP YouTubers. I must have messaged at least like 50, and I got like 4 responses, 4 or 5. And then I got a couple of people from Reddit. Then we sort of whittled that down to the people who you know and love from Collaborative Warfare, and then, you know, the rest is history. I sort of went on to quite a large tangent for that one, but yeah, there you go. It was quite a long process, and it only really happened because I was bored out of my mind because I was recovering from tonsil surgery. What other games and collaborations do you have planned for the future? Games-wise, maybe Normandy 44, but I mean, I just started a series on Panzer Corps, so games-wise, probably nothing particularly exciting. Collaboration-wise, I don't know. I don't really do collaborations to steal subs. I do collaborations to make cool videos. At the moment, like, all the collaboration I need is with Tape Gaming, really, because, you know, we do Fall of Kerbin. That eats up enough of my time without doing another collaborative series. But I don't know. Maybe I should. I almost certainly should, to be honest, collaborate with more YouTubers of my size to give them popularity as well as myself. I was going to do some collaborations with a guy and play Civ 6 with him a little while ago, a guy called Nathan, but that never really came to fruition because we were both busy. So I don't really have any collaborations planned, but I almost certainly should do more collaborations and like play War Thunder or something with people. I don't know. So no plans for the moment, but I probably should come up with some. How did you get started with YouTube Let's Plays? Do you have any more collaboration ideas? And aside from KSP, what are your favourite games and game genres? YouTube Let's Plays. That is a long story. I first started YouTubing when I was like 7. I used to make pivot animations. And then as I sort of watched YouTube more, I used to just watch pivot animations and like cat videos. When I got into it in about 2007. Back when it, like, just before the 5-star rating system went, that's when I started watching YouTube. And then I sort of discovered, well, my brother bought the game Spore, and Spore sort of became my life. And my brother sort of showed me these Spore videos on YouTube. So I started watching Spore videos, and then I would get into gaming videos in general. And then it was, so I made like a handful of little Spore things, like you can see that there's an in-game recording thing, so you can record gameplay. So I made a handful of little Spore videos on like galactic adventures and stuff to complement my pivot animations. You can tell the quality of my channel at this point. I must have had about 2 subscribers, but I enjoyed it, and that's all I've ever done it for, is just because I enjoy making videos. But then over time, got an Xbox 360 and stuff, and I discovered channels like Rooster Teeth and the Yogs Cast, Minecraft and all that. So I started making YouTube Let's Plays on Halo at first. I got a really crappy capture card. Yeah, a capture card. Yeah, it was a capture card, really. It was not very good at all. And I used to make videos with my friend Mitchell. And we made a channel called the Mayo Gaming, which is Mitchell and Oliver Gaming. That's deleted now, so you can't find it. And so yeah, we used to make Halo videos, and they were absolutely terrible. I've still got all of them saved, so maybe I'll show you guys at one point. But God, they were abysmal. But they were so much fun to make at the time. We really did enjoy it. You know, finding Easter eggs and doing silly challenges and stuff. This is a long story. It really is a long story. But yeah, that's how the Mayo Gaming happened, and then we sort of branched out to different games, etc. And then after a while, Mitchell and I sort of fell out for a while, and then I sort of made videos on my own. Started making Minecraft. Not really Let's Plays. I made a small handful of Minecraft videos with like fraps recording, and then that was when I sort of thought maybe I should actually start doing this properly and start a fresh new channel with a fresh new sort of avatar and everything. So I deleted that channel and I made Gaming with Ollie. Not Beardy Penguin, Gaming with Ollie. It was Gaming with Ollie though, because with Ollie was already taken, so it was W-I-V. That channel's deleted as well, by the way. And I got a really crappy prefab intro, and I thought I was taking it really seriously. And then I was like, you know what, no, it's not really that great. And I think it was at this point that I had started playing Minecraft, and my Minecraft username was Bearded Penguin. I came up with Bearded Penguin as the username for Halo 2. And then that carried over to Minecraft, and I thought, okay, you know what, let's make a YouTube channel called Bearded Penguin, because that's actually an interesting, unique identity that I can sort of get behind and have animations and stuff, you know, that kind of thing. It's useful to have some kind of actual sort of avatar. So then I wanted to make Bearded Penguin, but it was already taken, so it became Beardy Penguin. That was already taken, so it became the Beardy Penguin. And the rest is history. My channel did start with Minecraft Let's Plays. They're all on private now. Like most of my past is on private, so you can't find them. But yeah, that's how I started with YouTube Let's Plays, just sort of making them for fun. And then I found a game called Kerbal Space Program, and as they say, yeah, the rest is history. I used to just make career mode, well, sandbox missions, then career mode, and then eventually collaborative warfare when I got to 500 subscribers, and Interstellar just before that. I enjoyed that series, although looking back it wasn't very good, but people did enjoy it quite a bit. Anyway, that was a very long answer. Aside from KSP, what are your favourite game genres? Ooh, I don't really have one, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of RTS, mainly because my reflexes are so slow. I do like turn-based strategy, or RTSs where you can pause the gameplay, like Hearts of Iron 4. But really, I play a lot of massive variety of games. I don't have any particular favourite genre. My favourite game series would be Jak and Daxter back on the PS2, mainly just because that's what I grew up with. Jak and Daxter, Star Wars Battlefront 2, those are the games that raised me. Anyway, let's move on from this question because we've spent a long time on it. Anyway, will you try to pick up another classic game anytime soon? What will you tape do after Fall of Kerbin is over? And Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer series versus tape. Pick up another classic game. I assume you're referring to when I played XCOM UFO Defense, which was good fun until I rage quit. I mean, I picked up Panzer Corps, which is based off of Panzer General, so I'm going to classify that as a classic game. I already said what Tape and I are doing after Fall of Kerbin, probably going to space. And Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer series versus Tape. That is something we are interested in doing. I said to him when I finished my French Commune playthrough, we could do it. So when we find the time, probably in like the summer or something, we will just binge play a bunch of Hearts of Iron 4. We'll probably be the Axis or something. I'll be Italy. He can be Germany. And we'll have a right giggle taking over the world. Yeah. So yeah, certainly that is something we are thinking about doing. Is Tape a Nazi? No, he's a capitalist pig. I really liked your KSP Interstellar series a while back. Are there any further plans for that, i.e. some sort of sequel? No. I did enjoy that series quite a bit, but no, there are no plans for any kind of sequel. Yeah, I mean, I made a retrospective video talking about that series just before Collaborative Warfare, and I don't know, it was fun to make, but like barely anyone actually watched it, and I don't know, some people like it. Maybe I'll bring it back at some point in future, but I have no plans right now to bring it back. What are your plans for a KSP series after Fall of Kerbin? We've answered that a million times. Go to space. Your opinion on platypuses, platypie people? I'm completely neutral, although as Phineas and Ferb taught me, they're all secret agents, so you've got to be careful. When you started out on YouTube, do you ever think your channel will grow this much? I had my hopes, obviously, but I never really thought about it too much. I just sort of made videos that I enjoyed, and the subscribers and the viewers came later. So really, I never made YouTube videos to get famous or anything. I just made them because I enjoyed them, which is why, you know, I started recording things on the capture card. I've just always enjoyed just making content, filming and recording things. Something that's always been a part of me. So it just sort of progressed into YouTube videos. So no, I never really thought I would get this popular, but then I never really thought about it. So yeah, moving on. Can I be your girlfriend? You know it, girl. Call me up. Wink. Mwah. No, you can't. Will you never play Spore again? No. Assume swallows have a constant lift-to-drag ratio. Suppose that if a swallow was carrying a coconut shell weighing half a kilogram, it would have to fly at a velocity of 20 meters per second and exert 7.2 times as much force to maintain level flight. What is the airspeed of an unladen swallow? African or European swallows? Will there be a Cold War-themed Fall of Kerbin era? If Tape lasts that long, then yes. But I don't know if Tape will last to turn 30. He'll last at least another 6, 7, 8 turns, but I'm not sure whether he'll last that long, because I have some pretty fiendish plans to defeat him pretty quickly. Gonna blitzkrieg the hell out of him. Hello, comrade. Hope you have a great day. And you too, man. Will you build a tiger in the next era? I already built a tiger in this era, but alright. I know Tape building a king tiger, though. You got that to look forward to. How does the jet-powered flying wing heavy bomber sound? It sounds like Hail Hydra. Are you planning on a second Fall of Kerbin? Yeah, I've answered that. Will I please? May I please have permission to start a series based off of this using the same rules? I don't care. Go for it. I'll give you jam if you give me permission. I don't need the jam, man. You don't need to ask permission to make a series based off of something that isn't copyrighted or patented in any way. Honestly, I made Collaborative Warfare based off of World War K and stuff. It's a circle of inspiration, man. Go for it. What is your shoe size? Don't know why you want to know that. I mean, there's that common saying, isn't there, about people with big feet. 10.5. Moving on. What's your favourite jet plane? Mine is the Rockwell B1 Lancer. Oh, that is a tough one. Harrier Jet, because rule Britannia. I was in London on a school trip a couple of months ago and I absolutely hated the water. How do you stand the water quality in the UK? Okay, first of all, the water quality differs a lot across the UK. That's just Surrey water. Surrey is on top of a bunch of chalk, so we get hard water. And I can stand it because I've grown up with it. That's just how water is to me. When I go to the Midlands, the water tastes weird for me, and I don't like it. I've just grown up drinking hard water, and people mention the fact that it sort of makes your throat drier when you drink it, which is true. I've just always thought that's just what water does. So when I go abroad and I drink water, I'm like, why is the water so nice? And when I wash my hair, like when I go to Spain or whatever, my hair always comes out really, really soft because, of course, I'm not washing it with water that's full of bloody lime scale. Well, not lime scale, lime stuff, lime water. You know what I mean? Which creates lime scale. So yeah, it's just something I've grown up with, so I never really thought about it until recently. But yeah, I'm just used to it, I guess. What are your terms for surrender in Fall of Kerbin? Unconditional! Fall of Kerbin rocket interceptors. I'm not building one. Tape's building one. He's building a Messerschmitt 163 because, of course, I don't need them, but Tape really does because I'm about to start a massive strategic bombing campaign, and if Tape wants to stop himself getting completely obliterated, he is going to need to stop my bombers before they drop their payloads. So yes, Tape is building rocket interceptors. That's quite a few questions. Just a few questions. What happened to Kowalski after collaborative warfare? Wouldn't you like to know? I will make a lore video for like the collaborative warfare universe after Fall of Kerbin ends and before we go into the next series, because Tape has told me that Road to Colonization is in the same universe as well, and the XCOM series, even though they only lasted one episode before I gave up on it because no one watched it, is also in the same universe. So yeah, I do have, the Tape and I have talked about the lore quite a bit, so we do have a general idea for what it is. I'll make a proper lore video later on. Where do you live? England! Rule Britannia, not Ohio, as my April Fool's video led some of you to actually believe. What's your favourite country to play in Hot to Find 4? Germany. Not because I love Nazis, just because they're just a really interesting country. They've got a really interesting national focus tree, and they can, then yeah, they've got most flexibility, really. Is Tape a Nazi? No, is capitalist pig. What is your game? I don't get that, but I do not understand the question. What's your favourite plane? Favourite plane ever? Ooh, that is a tough one. I have no idea. There are just so many. My favourite jet plane is the... Actually, no, favourite plane ever, Concorde. Go for it. Concorde is amazing. Have you ever been to Philadelphia? No, I have not. The nation that defeated you guys. Haha. Haha, shut up. Moving on. Will the loser of Fall of Kerbin have to do something like losing a bet? It would be a nice motivation. Hell yeah. Tape's gonna have to he's gonna have to skateboard to the Krusty Krab. No, not the Krusty Krab. I've completely forgotten the Krusty Krab. I have completely forgotten the Simpsons reference. You know when it, like, you know, there's the game of dares. It's been a long time since I saw the Simpsons movie. He has to skateboard somewhere completely naked. Tape would have to do that anyway. Moving onwards. You ever met Tape in real life? I should have, because he goes to university in London, so I could. But no, I have not met him in real life. I probably should, but I don't know what we would actually do. Like, I don't know, like go hang out or something? I no idea. Do you like wombat meat? I can't say I've tried it. This comment will not get into the video. Me saying that might make you put it in. Me saying that might make you not put it in. But me saying that will make you want it in. That's what she said. Well, there you go, everyone. That was a second Q&A. I do hope you enjoyed. If your comment did not get into this video, then please leave it again below. Or maybe it didn't get in for a very good reason. I might do these, say, monthly, so if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below. If I get enough questions, I will make another one of these in a couple of weeks, a month or so. But again, I do hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching, everyone. Question for you: do you like my new channel art and or profile picture and or outro? Because I asked in my Panzer Corps video, and I got an overwhelmingly negative response. I'm not entirely sure why the avatar drawn on PowerPoint it seems to be the one that you guys prefer. I got a professional graphic artist to do me some channel art, and you all seem to hate it for some reason. I have no idea. Maybe it puts you in the uncanny valley or something, but I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you all next time.